Got to get mic'd up before we start. Bosh. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Today is, as you can probably see outside, bloody sunny. If you've been in the UK over the last couple of weeks, you will know that it has got ridiculously warm. When I say warm, you know what the UK weather's like. It's very humid. However, it's a very special day because if you take a look on my driveway, look what we have. So the Civic has now made its return, and I think in order to let you guys know exactly what's gone on, I'll talk you through exactly what's happened and where we stand with the Civics now. I actually give up. I just filmed a probably best part of a 15 to 20 minute segment talking you through all the new things that have happened and how the car is now it's back on the road. And lo and behold it, some sausage in the tech department just didn't turn the microphone on. What an idiot. Right, let's do it again. Right, take two, because I didn't turn the mic on. What a great thing to do. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you join me back with the Honda. Now, you would have seen in the last video, we managed to get it all up and running, which is bloody spiffing. However, there are a few things that have changed. Now, if you haven't watched the previous couple of videos, you won't know what's happened or where it's been. I can't be bothered to explain it again because I've done it in the last two videos. So if you want to find out about that, go to the video where I explain exactly where the Civic has been and why it's off. But it now brings us up to the present day, and we're back with the EK yet again. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to come out and tell you what's been going on and what is different. So when you pop the bonnet and you look at it, you'll think, oh, well, it don't look any different. It looks the same as it did before. And that's pretty much the same. You know, from the exterior, it looks exactly the same. The only difference that you may notice is we're now running, something's in my eye. If you comment and say it's my finger, your mum. I'm legally blind. So we're now running a full-sized aluminium radiator from Tegua, because from what you'd have seen before, you might have noticed that I was running a half-size rad that we'd originally used for the D-Series, and while it was good for the D-Series, the K-Series always seemed to run quite a bit warmer. Yobbo. And it was a new shape MX-5. You get. So what you would have seen before is that we were running the half-size rad from the D-Series. Now, yes, it was a good radiator for the D-Series, but the K-Series seems to run a lot warmer than what the D-Series would before. So we thought, what a prime opportunity to get just a top quality bit of engineering and drop it straight in the car. So we converted it to being a full-size rad. We've also put a 14-inch high-flow radiator fan, there we go, got it that time, high-flow radiator fan on the back, so it obviously pulls oodles of air through. It's like a wind tunnel. Do aerodynamic testing in there. So that, even in this 28 to 30 degree weather that we've been having at the minute, has been handling it really well. The car is staying nice and cold, and the fan is cutting on and off as you'd expect, which is a really good sign. As you're driving, the temps are beautiful. But visually, that is pretty much the only thing that's any different. Aside from a bit of silver heat tape on the intake pipe, but you know, it's not exactly special, is it? It's just a bit of tape. There's no point in telling you lot about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's different. Internally, everything is still fairly standard. We've gone to DC5 pistons now, so we've gone from 11.1 to 1 up to 11.5 to 1 compression ratio, so we've got a little bit more mid-range zhuzh. And yeah, it's running really sweet. Like, I'm really happy with the rebuild. It's no longer using oil, which is fucking brilliant. And yeah, it's not leaking coolant, it's not leaking oil, it's not using oil, it's not smoking, it's not knocking or rattling or squeaking. So we're pretty sweet, mate, to be honest. Like, it's gone really well so far. Future build plans for the car are extensive and endless is the only way to put it. There's bits of bodywork I want to do, like if you've seen the car in person, you'll know that the front end's quite stone chipped from when we've been on track and on roads and all that sort of thing. I fancy a different splitter. I fancy it's the same front bumper but with a different splitter moulded into it. I fancy a different bonnet. I really do. As far as things go after that, I'm going to be looking into fiddling about with my brakes, because at the minute it's still on the standard 262s with rear drums, and if you're sitting there going, oh, rear drums on a K-swap, mate, it's fine. Like for road stuff, it's handling it perfectly fine. Like I've still got better brakes than most people on the road, and I'm not tracking it on rear drums, or not anticipating on tracking it on rear drums. So I really don't see as it being an issue to do like that. It would have been ideal to have done it at the same time, but it really isn't a problem because it's the next thing that I'm going to be looking at, along with 4 pots to go on the front as well. So the brake upgrade is probably the next thing I'll be looking at which point we should hopefully be taking it back on track to test out stuff to do with the suspension. I want to get a rear-anted roll bar and some stiffer springs and all that lovely jazz. So the list is never ending. But the next thing on the agenda for this is the RRC inlet manifold and 70mm throttle body, and I'm getting it on the dyno with JCal at the end of July. So we're hoping, I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, with the bigger pistons to see somewhere around the 250 mark. And if I can hit 250, I'll be very happy. I've done, give or take now, 1,000 miles since the rebuild. So we've got a very good amount of mileage on it, and the wallet is hurting from the fuel cost. But yeah, so far so good. So what I might do is set the camera up, drop the mic in the engine bay and on the boot, and just get some nice little pulls for you so you can just hear how sweet everything is and that it's all nice and happy.